Okay, so this is a multiplayer Charlemagne start. It's me and my brother. Say hello.
Hello?
He has been nice enough to let me take this individual here, King Sigurdr Hring. Well, I apologize. We're going to butcher a lot of names here. My brother is down in Bohemia.
I'm going to be Nesamysl of Bohemia, which is it's labeled in the game Praha, but it's present-day Prague.
And he has a son.
I have a son who's not great, but not terrible. And then I've got a grandson who's a little bit better. And then he's got a son. So I've got, we're both tribal, so it's elective gavel kind right now. So I'm hoping that I can skip at least one of those generations. But we'll see.
For me, I do have a son who is Ragnar, Sigurd's son, who is quite the famous individual. We've already gone ahead and set up our councils and done some other keeping. The first thing I'm going to do is start attacking to the south. I'm going to try to take some extra land. I've taken the subjugation of Sweden trait, or what's it called? Ambition. So I'm going to be able to take over a good portion of Sweden. This Sjælland, I'm going to have to worry about what basically current-day Denmark. They might push into me a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and declare. I have declared. And Gozer, why don't you tell us what your plan is before we start?
Yeah, so I control 2 of the counties in my capital duchy. And there are a total of 5. One of them is controlled by my son and one is by my grandson. The last one is controlled by my half-brother. So in the short term, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to gain control over the one by my half-brother, and I'm hoping that a succession happens relatively quickly. After that, then I'm going to turn to the southeast of me and eventually create the Kingdom of Bohemia. That may happen in my first character's lifetime. It might happen in, hopefully I'm going to skip to his grandson's lifetime. But like I said, kind of meantime, I'm going to try to just get all the counties in my capital duchy so that I can raise a lot of troops in my own domain and I can get that tax income.
Alright, one thing that's different about the way the two of us play is historically I have not really tried to take much away internally, but that seems to be the plan for you, at least in this playthrough. I usually focus external.
Let's start it up and I'll kind of explain my reasoning there.
Alright, here we go.
So I always want to have all of the counties in my capital duchy. And if I'm starting at a tribal start, I always want to have a lot of empty holdings so that I can put, usually in my capital county, I fill that up mainly with baronies, which I control. And then my troop multiplier helps a lot there. And in the surrounding counties, I fill it up with cities for the tax income. But I want to get as much as I can from my domain, and I don't want to waste any prestige. For example, I have a new heir. It looks like my nephew is now going to be elected. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
I paused just so you'd have a chance to look at it.
Yeah, I'm good.
And then
I'll unpause.
Oh, I'm actually setting some stuff up real quick too.
Okay.
Just making sure that I've got, instead of horrible people leading the flanks of my army, I wanted somebody who was almost sort of serviceable. That's not really going to happen though. Alright, you've started up again?
Yep. So one of the reasons why that happened and why I'm not freaking out about the fact that my nephew is there is that I haven't nominated a successor yet because I'm hoping I might just wait and nominate my grandson. Or maybe my great-grandson if I can hold out long enough.
So your current heir is Strojmir of Nelson.
Yeah, I should actually probably change that. Hold on a second. So I'm going to nominate my son.
Ooh, somebody's trying to call me to arms. I don't even know who it is.
Alright. My son is now my heir.
Okay. Your son? You didn't go for your grandson?
No, my son already had 2 votes. There's only 5 total, so I figured I could tip it over.
Sometimes people who like you follow you, though.
Yeah, my understanding is the mechanics more about how much they like that person. Which brings up an interesting thing that we've talked about this a little bit, but the strong trait, especially if you start out as a tribe, get a huge bonus if you have the strong congenital trait. So that's always my what I focus on early rather than genius.
Yeah, I just made a small mistake that I don't think is going to cost me too much, but I didn't realize I was sending people across a river. I'm just going to end up losing more troops because of it in my first battle. But I will win, and I did, and I killed a good number of their troops. They're going to have the benefit of me crossing the river again. But I'm already at a 20% war score. If you don't mind, I might speed it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, we're up to 2 speed. They are running from me.
Well, I am trying to improve my intrigue score. Oh no, martial ability. Never mind, sorry. But I just got a book pushed into my hands. And here we go, I just gained the scholar trait.
I like that event. It's pretty helpful.
+3 learning.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. No, technology is pretty important, especially early game. If we can get it up and reap some benefit from it, we'll be able to dominate all the other pagan tribes around us.
All I'm doing right now, in fact I might end up splitting my troops, but all I'm doing now is just chasing down these guys. I'm at 46%. So we've been playing for about, 4 months now. I'm up to 46% war score. So after I'm done with taking over some of these areas just to my south, I'm going to continue to try to take over the rest of the Desert Kingdom of Sweden. I probably won't be able to do it in this guy's life. I might slow down. We tried playing this a little bit ago, and I think I might have been a little too aggressive because some guy named Oder kept challenging me to duels, to individual battles, and it did not go well for me. Even though I was a slightly better fighter than him, the second time we fought, he was able to take me out. So I'm not quite ready, even though my heir in real life, the heir of this guy in real life, is a very solid leader.
We'll see.
He's not particularly impressive at the age of 4.
Somebody challenged you and you lost for it. I'm going to try to, we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to form the Empire of Germania. And then we'll see if Charlemagne is able to pull together and create the Holy Roman Empire. Mm-hmm. In my experience, it's kind of unlikely. I mean, I've seen it less than 50% of times when I've been kind of in like Eastern Europe.
Separate marriage. There we go. Alright, starting up again.
Alright.
I'm at 92%.
Alright, so something I've noticed in my recent playthroughs, just kind of in general. What I found most powerful here is we were talking about, you just mentioned prestige. You need to use your prestige as much as possible to improve your holdings. And there's no reason to go feudal for at least probably 150 and probably ideally maybe 200 years. I think a lot of people complain about the new travel mechanics, but there's no reason to go feudal for at least 200 years until all of your domain holdings are totally upgraded, because you're going to get so many troops as a tribe. And then I typically don't even switch over to feudal until I'm right around the empire level. Anything less than that doesn't make a ton of sense. But I see a lot of people talk about that online and kind of complain about the mechanics, but there's no reason not to hang out as a tribe for a long time, because you get a lot of benefits in terms of troops. Economically, it's not great, but you also get really cheap troop, I don't know what they're called, like monthly costs. So it's, I like to blob up to typically like empire level before I ever even think about switching over. But we'll see what happens as a game.
Yeah. The troops for the guy I'm fighting, some of them just disappeared. He doesn't. He could only raise about 100, 150, something in that range. So I don't think it's gonna last much longer. I've got it up to 100%, but I'm thinking about declining when he tries to surrender.
Are you going up against Ostergotland, directly south of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know you get a little bit of extra prestige if you stay in battle. So
Yeah, that is true.
even though I have a negative balance, it's only -1. Oh, they're on that little island.
I feel like every time that I keep the war score up past 100, something really bad happens. Maybe that's just me being crazy, but I feel like the game always punishes me.
Yeah, I mean
The
it's
gods of
basically just
CK2.
a prestige grab at this point. But I'm close. So what the heck? So when you do the tribal holdings, when
Yeah.
that's just like, is that just like starting a new building a new city?
No, you can't build any new holdings while you're a tribe.
Okay.
So it would only be your capital, like your whatever the first holding is in every county.
Uh-huh.
But you use prestige to improve each of the things.
Ah, gotcha.
And so the way it works is when switching from tribal to feudal, is that every 2 upgrades equates to 1 feudal upgrade. So for example, trading grounds, you'd have to upgrade it to level 1 and then level 2, and then when you switch over to feudal, it'll downgrade to level 1 in feudal. So you can raise a huge number of troops, like in about 150 to 200 years, if you continually put all your prestige into those things.
Yeah.
And then when you switch over, it'll drop down a little bit, but you'll move up economically. And that's the kind of smooth transition you want. Because a lot of people try to upgrade to feudal holdings as soon as they can when they haven't used a ton of prestige to upgrade those things. And then they complain because the number of liege, like their number of troops that they can raise from their domain goes down significantly. So yeah, that's the way you do it. I mean, otherwise just start at like 1066.
Okay. I'm just kind of trying to plan out my
So
next attack. I just won my war, just so you know.
the way I try to do it is, if I feel like I'm in danger of other people around me attacking me, I try to keep at least 500 prestige, because then I can raise a tribal army if I need to. If I don't feel like that though, so for 500 prestige,
yeah,
you can raise a 2,500 person tribal army through a decision.
How do you do that?
So you just go to the decisions tab. Hold on a second. Go under intrigue and then decisions, and you'll see it there.
There it is.
Raise a tribal army.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, but ideally you don't want to use that at all.
No, it's just good to know it exists.
Yeah, but so like if you feel threatened by people around you, you might want to bank at least 500 prestige.
Yeah,
I think you'll be fine.
I'm looking at so you said you improve your holdings with prestige? Oh, there it is. So yeah, you can also do it with money though. I see that.
Yeah, well, only the first Earth Hill Fort and Market Village are money. All the other ones are all prestige.
Shipbuilder is money as well. I have shipbuilder.
Oh, I do not. I'm landlocked.
That's fine.
I would not recommend shipbuilder. Just FYI.
Because
you'll get a decision when the Viking Age starts.
Yeah.
That bumps up your holdings to level 1 shipbuilder. And I'm not sure if it'll do it if you're already upgraded to 1. I don't know if it'll upgrade to 2 or not.
Okay.
And that's when you can start raiding. So I would just hold off on that and upgrade other things that increase your like levy.
Okay. Yeah, the issue for me is some of the things I want to be able to attack, I won't be able to. I'm gonna go 2 spots north of me and
do it again
and attack someone. Actually, let me see what is going on south of me.
Are you talking about Denmark?
No, I just meant the people I just took over. I can revoke this guy's title, but I'd get in trouble, so... Oh, I have 5 holdings. Let me check what my holdings are. Oh, no, well, they're all pretty close together. So yeah, I took the ones that were just south of me myself.
Alright, something has happened for me. I just realized I have a decision that I can revoke the county that I was trying to put a claim on. So hopefully this clicks pretty quickly. Unfortunately, there's only 2 people that can join my faction or whatever my plot. And I think you need to have 2 people. So we'll see. I don't think either of them is going to join.
Yep. I declared war on Metal Pad north of me, and got to pop up my army again.
Oh, I'm able to revoke it, so I'm going to pause for a second.
Okay,
I'm
that's fine.
gonna raise my army so I can take over this county.
Actually, I probably should have gone after Vestergot land, because I don't want Shaylin to take it. Because I think we both have a claim on it. Yeah, we both have a claim on one of the provinces.
You should be fine though. I mean, you've got a claim on all Sweden.
I know. I'm just trying. I'd rather head them off and keep them from getting stronger. What can they? They can raise. They can only raise 1,200 troops. So I mean, if I could take them over, I would. But they have one pretty good character there as well. Whenever you're ready to restart, go ahead.
I'm ready. I'm starting.
All right.
All right, good. He went to war with me. So I've got 1,026 troops. I'm gonna take down his 361 pretty quickly.
So it's Pulsen, or what is it?
Yeah, Pilsen.
Pilsen. Okay.
You know, so you get a duchy, a capital duchy bonus for troops there, which is pretty big. I'm gonna pause it for one more second so I can sort out my generals, which are not good.
I'm very close to having everybody in the same city, so
pause it whenever you're ready.
Oops, there we go. All right. Let's see. Ooh, there's a guy who absolutely hates me. What do you think? Would it be crazy to put somebody who hates me in charge of part of the army?
No. As a general, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him on your council.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
I'm about to mess up Pilsen, or however you pronounce it.
Pilsen?
Yeah, Plzen. We're gonna butcher names this entire time, and I'm not really interested in pretending like I know how to properly pronounce them. So if anybody's unhappy about that, I apologize. We should say we're doing this video mainly for our amusement. Hopefully other people are amused by it as well, but it's mainly for us.
Oh, give me 1 second. Ooh, yeah, this guy is, someone is now, the guy that I appointed wants to fight me. He has a personal combat skill of 3.
And
I have a personal combat skill of 2.
I think you gotta back away from that.
I'll lose Brave if I do.
Oh.
Brave gives me +2 martial, +1 personal combat.
I mean, that's unfortunate, but I think you got to, because you don't want your son to inherit right now, man.
No, that would be
you
bad.
do not. You do not want to deal with the regency for a long time. Unfortunately, you just gotta...
wonder if I can imprison him.
Oh yeah, you can do something gamey.
That would be
yeah, if you can do something gamey, do it.
I can't. I might try to...
I
can't even assassinate
him. I would not fight him.
Yeah. This makes me sad, but there we go. We are in the middle of a war, and together on the battlefield.
It's a pretty unreasonable move. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the type of thing that if this were an NFL franchise or an NBA team, you would cut that guy.
Speaking of which, I'm very close right now to Sapmi, which, as we discussed before, has Andrew Luck as their logo. Just every time I see that, I'm gonna end up making that like my home, my my main base, because it just looks so awesome. I wish I could.
We both need to.
I wish I could. Wish I could adopt that.
Man, sieging takes so long early game. I'm just sitting here on Pilsen.
It's not too bad that I'm here. It's not. I'm not in a bad position. I'm at. It's minus 15.5 every 12. I mean, it could be better. Don't get me wrong.
So, Empire of Germania. I'm pretty excited to see if Charlemagne's able to unite everything. Otherwise, I just start holy warring in the Lombardy. It gets really boring because then they constantly fight back.
What a surprise! Why would
I
they
mean,
do- Ooh, my wife is
if you
pregnant.
take any, hey, look at you. Congrats, are in order there.
Well, she
I bet
hasn't
he's
had the
quick.
kid yet.
I bet he's quick. I bet he's a male son who is quick.
That's kind of for strong. Oh, I'm at 70%.
I'm gonna
I'm not
pause
gonna
it
bother
for a
fighting
quick
him.
second. I just won my thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry. Ready to go whenever you are now.
Do it.
So now I have 3 of the 5, and my son has 1, and my grandson has 1. So now I'm doing pretty well. So now, as soon as I can get an opportunity to declare war on the counties southeast of me, I'll be able to create the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Yeah.
But
Unlike the
I
last
might not
time,
do it.
I was gonna say, unlike the last time we played, it doesn't really like much is going on with Charlemagne or his brother.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any civil wars.
It went fast the last time the two of us played this. Start whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm starting.
I need the guy who wanted to kill me. I need him to do something illegal so I can jail him.
You sound like quite a manipulator.
Let me see how quickly this is gonna go down. It's 15.4. They're at 10. Ooh, I'm gonna be in a heated battle to see which of us wins our siege first. If I win my siege first, then that should be enough to win the war. If they win the siege first, then I might have to actually go and fight them. They're at 50%, so it'll be another
What are you
60
at?
days. I'm at 69, but I take 15.4 off every 12. Now it's at 54. I think they may have an advantage. No, actually I think I might win it. I could try to actually do the math and figure it out, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm catching up to them. They're at 30, and I'm at 38. Oh, I gotta pause. I have a dangerous faction.
Who wants your head?
It's lower tribal organization, and it's a guy who actually kind of likes me. Let's see
How
what
much?
happens. He's at 76%. If I were to send him a gift, it would only get him up.
76 opinion?
No, 76%. His opinion's 24.
Oh, I gotcha.
If I send him a gift, that would only get him up to 55, and I don't know if that's enough.
That's not enough. You know what you should do? So in your council, your chancellor,
Yeah.
put him wherever that guy is. If he's leading troops, just put him back in his capital by taking him off leading troops, and then just put your chancellor there and improve diplomatic relations. And because it's 76%, that thing's not going to fire anytime soon. So just hopefully it doesn't go up past that, and then because he's going to have to get up to like an 80 or 90. Maybe I think maybe it's like at 75.
I restarted.
His faction. Yeah, no problem. I'm doing nothing. So what kind of religion are you going to go after? We haven't talked like in depth about what we're eventually looking to do. I mean, I kind of want to leave obviously some up to just random chance and what happens on the board. But I mean, any ideas on are you going to reform the Norse faith?
I'm not really in a hurry.
I mean, I know, but any ideas? I mean, I may end up going Christian.
The thing is, if I go Christian, I lose the ability to raid, and that's pretty costly later in the game. Oh shoot! I almost was able to beat them without actually having to fight, which would have saved me some troops, but it'll be okay.
Sad trombone.
They beat me by like 2 days.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, I mean it was like the two things fired one after the other. But after I win one battle, everything should be good. They are, of course, running away from me at the moment.
So I guess we're doing this as sort of a kind of tutorial series, right? We want to explain some of the mechanics.
You can.
Yeah.
I figured it would just be fun to play, but I don't have a problem actually talking about the game either.
You know, for some people who already know what they're doing, this might be overkill, but hopefully everybody enjoys at least a little bit. Let's talk. One thing we did in a previous playthrough when we were just first starting was you had your wife as a spy master.
Which went well.
Yeah, not so well. So to explain what happened, the wife was you had her wife as a spy master in Constantinople, and she was arrested, and then when she was given back to you, I don't know if you had to ransom her back or if she was given, but then she was blind. So a couple reasons why it's a really bad idea to have your wife as a spy master. One is because that can happen. And number two, and I don't need to go into more detail about that because then she has a blind trait and there's all sorts of potential problems. But number two is that when you look at your state intrigue score, it is your intrigue plus your counselor plus your wife. If your wife is a counselor, you don't get the bonus that is your wife. So even let's say your wife is a 20 intrigue and your next person down is like a 16, it's still more beneficial to have your wife because you don't get the bonus of both the wife and the counsel if you appoint her to your council. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, I know I'm not explaining it to you. I'm just asking, for.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah, if anybody does that, make sure you do not appoint a wife to any council jobs because you'll miss out on the bonus. That's not a sexist thing. I do like the fact that on tribal views they have women. You can appoint a woman as a counselor. Because I don't understand. I know it's historically accurate that unfortunately a lot of women are not counselors in feudal time period. But I think it's great that you can do it with a pagan religion.
Yeah, I am running around just trying to get to the end of this war. When they took one of my holdings, it caused major problems for me. But
how many troops can you raise from your domain right now? Like in total, not what?
Hold on. Oh my gosh.
What do you got? What do you got?
Bad news.
Uh-oh.
I am now Craven.
We all knew that was probably true.
I got that because I listened to you. I should have just let my character die, darn it. Alright, there we go. I'm at 100%, so I can...
Do you need me to explain to you that you should not have ever listened to me? I mean, of course I'm going to give you bad advice. You were going to die. That guy was going to kill you, and your 5-year-old son was going to have to enter a 12-year regency period because he was 4 at the time. I think that was sound advice.
So personally, I can now raise 31 troops.
Oh, you're killing me. I'm at a whopping 1352. I just need, I need for my character to die, and I would like it if my son would die before, because my grandson, he's actually not good, but his son is not bad. I need a lot of succession to happen relatively quickly.
I have 233 prestige, so I actually have a good, hold on one second. Ooh, somebody's trying to fabricate a claim. It's one of my vassals. And do I jail him? Oh, where is he from? What do you think? Should I try to imprison him so I can take his lands?
Where is it at?
Just north of my capital.
Is it in your capital duchy?
Let's check.
Yes. So here's... Yes. Okay, then yes, absolutely. Jail him immediately.
I hit revoke title.
So sorry if I'm talking a lot in this first episode, but just kind of want to talk really, really briefly about how I handle capital duchy, especially in tribal.
Hey, real quick. So I just I was able to imprison him.
Good.
Which is actually kind of not what I wanted. I
can't
revoke his. If I revoke his title, everybody gets a -20 opinion.
So in general, the way that I try to do my capital duchy early is that with Gavelkind for tribal, we should continue to talk about our failed attempts. This is our third attempt. Attempt number 1 I made incredibly Oh, no, attempt number 1 just didn't go well. Attempt number 2, I made incredibly inappropriate jokes. And so this is number 3.
Well, the fact that I was like 6 with a regent who hated me, and a deceitful person educating me who kept making sure he made horrible decisions for me did not help. That was really why we. Oh, and then I think the game crashed and we didn't save it. So, or no.
Yes, all of those things happened. But we should also say that it was because of horrible. Oh wow! Hold on, we need to pause for a quick second.
Pause.
Charlemagne, West Francia. Take a peek at that.
There we go.
Yeah.
So Charlemagne has done his thing.
We'll see what. Well, he still has to take over Lombardy, and then he'll create the HRE. So we'll see. I think he may need Saxony as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But we'll see.
I don't know.
I mean, he might even need
All
Bavaria,
right.
but okay. But yeah.
Restart?
Yeah, restart.
Yeah, I'm trying to get reasonably powerful up in Sweden, just so that I can have some chance against him. Let's go see how powerful he is, actually.
What's he look like? Oh,
He can currently raise
61.
max
41.
is 7,000, but right now he can raise 6,100. So I'm actually about half as powerful as him.
You thinking about trying to mess with them?
No, not even close.
I was gonna say you should.
would
You should. I'm
destroy
only gonna give you good advice this whole time, and I think you should mess with them.
Yeah, Shayland is about half of me, so Shayland.
I think you need to keep going north, in west. Like take over all those other guys. Here's the thing though, with tribal, you're not getting a lot of troops from them unless you call them up in case you call them up as allies. I guess you get a good number of troops from that. So yeah, never mind. It's just, you know, in early on, it's not as necessary to blob because later on you're going to get a lot of taxes from those people, but early on you're going to get 0 tax.
I'm just trying to build up a little bit of prestige so I can build something. My wealth is increasing. It's going to be tough to actually get any wealth in this game, isn't it?
Until you get feudal. How much cash you got?
48.
I shouldn't say that until we can start raiding. You're going to be able to raid much better than me because you're a coastal and Norse. But I'm still going to be, I'm going to be very strong. Obviously I'm going to be, better at this game than you. Just because of crap talking. Toilet talk, if you will.
I can already increase my siege equipment.
I heard a great story. I'm going to tell it the inaccurate version of it. But Reggie Miller talking about when he first played against Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he was on like Jimmy Kimmel or something, but they brought it up on a...
I have to pause real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You want to talk about why you have to pause?
Nope.
Alright. So,
just educating my child.
So Reggie Miller played Michael Jordan in a preseason game. And Reggie was a rookie, and Michael Jordan was like 2 or 3 years in the league. And Reggie scored like 10 points on him in the first half, and Michael Jordan scored only like 4 points. So one of Reggie's teammates was like, "You should talk some trash to this guy." So so Reggie's like, full of piss and vinegar, goes up to Michael like right as they're leaving and is like, "Hey man, I thought you're the next big thing. Maybe look at the scoreboard." And Michael Jordan is like, "Oh, that's how this is. Okay, all right, I'll see you in a few minutes." And the way he tells the story is, then they come out and Michael Jordan scores 40 in the second half, and Reggie Miller scored a single 2-point bucket in the second half. And then Michael Jordan,
that sounds about right.
Yeah, and then Michael Jordan's walking off, and he just says, "Hey, just figure out who you're talking to."
Pause.
And then he called himself Black Jesus. It's what Reggie Miller said, which is hilarious.
My
What happened?
my stellar diplomat decided to chancellor harmed my relations with the guy that I already jailed. So
Well, it doesn't matter. He's already jailed.
yeah, exactly.
Go North Korea. In case anybody's watching this and is like learning the game and doesn't know what that means, North Korea is like a, I don't know, strategy that a lot of people talk about with CK2, and what it means is that essentially every single one of your vassals is in prison, and if they're in prison, they can't do anything. So, you know, you can just do whatever. If you want to revoke titles, you want to do whatever you want to do, that's called North Korea mode.
Alright, I just won my 3rd war.
Booyaka Shah and Fuego. I'm unfortunate to sitting here. In previous playthroughs, my guy usually dies a little bit faster because I would just love to pass something down. Because I'm not fantastic. Now there's my son. Grandson's not bad.
Interestingly, people haven't been attacking me just to try to protect themselves. Oh, hold on. Oh, my steward Falky tells me that his efforts at praising my name and deeds have met with great success. A small army of warriors have converged, ready to serve me. I just need to make sure they have someone to fight within a year, lest they become troublesome. Well, don't worry, because I'm going to declare war on someone else, right?
Right, meow?
Right, meow.
Good for you.
Oh, and I can actually do a conquest. Are they a different religion?
No, you can
They
do
are
a
a different
conquest
religion.
on single county provinces, or single county whatever rulers, as a pagan.
And I do the conquest because then I get it. Okay, there we go. They have 324 troops to my 2,600, so it should go quick.
So, just for an overall update, Charlemagne is attacking Lombardy. War score is currently 0, but if he unites them, I think that might be all it takes to create the HRE. We will see. I kind of want that to happen. In previous playthroughs, it's not happened, and then all of Western Europe is really weak in this game because there's a lot of infighting and we're a different religion, so you can just holy war them the whole time. I wouldn't mind seeing it go HRE, and then it'd be interesting to see what'll happen to the to Iberia, and if the Umayyads get pushed out. We'll see. I mean, CK2 it's great because a lot of things happen relatively railroady, but there's always the opportunity for things to be very ahistorical.
So, yeah, I've heard people talk about the Stamford Bridge start and how, you know, people there, like if you start off on Ireland, which, you know, for people who don't play this, a lot of people call that Noob Island because it's it's a fairly safe start. But basically, the people over in England can go either north or south, and it dramatically changes the way the game plays out. It can be really interesting. Ooh, since everybody's walking through the mountains, it's just like incredibly slow right now. I'm gonna break off some troops and send them to join my other army. There we go. These mountains are not particularly mountainous, though.
Those mountains are not particularly mountainous?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the terrain.
Terrain map?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Ooh, my technology spread rate for 1.3 gold. My technology spread rate doubles.
Do it.
That's a nice
do it,
touch.
do it, do it, do it, do it. That is 100%.
That was not a difficult decision.
So once again, we're treating it slightly like Noob Island, but technology spread rate in the beginning especially is super important because you're going to be way behind Constantinople, And so you can pick up a lot of technology via technology spread when you don't have to use points on it. My general theory then is later on you're going to use them on one or two different things. Like, for example, under military advances, you're probably going to do military organization and whatever your cultural retinue is. So, like, for example, for me, I'm going to do cavalry because it's light cavalry for me. In economy advances, you're probably going to do construction. Later on, you might do like castle infrastructure if you get a lot from your domain there. If you do a lot of towns and you get more taxation from that, you might do town infrastructure. And then in cultural advances, you're probably going to do majesty because it gives you additional prestige, and it cuts down on your short domain penalty, or excuse me, short reign penalty. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe you might do like one of the other ones, but that, especially in cultural, you're definitely probably going to go majesty.
So I just won my little war. Any thoughts on what I should upgrade? On how I should do my upgrade? I guess I should see. Actually, I'm going to raise my troops just to see what I raise.
How would you? That seems like a bad idea.
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, basically I'm primarily light infantry and some archers and some heavy infantry at the moment.
You can see that anyway.
Yeah, how do you see it?
Okay, so you click on like Tribe of Upland, and then once Tribe of Upland comes up where it would show you what you can upgrade, you can see the different types of troops you have. See that? You've got 879 in your total levy, and then you can see that you, for example, have 705 light infantry.
Yeah, I knew I could do that. I wanted to see the totals, and so just pulling up my army for while we were paused was reasonable. I think I'm gonna go just do a war camp, which gives me 40 extra light infantry. Or actually, the smart thing to do probably is to get extra archers.
You can do. I mean, all those are good, to be honest with you. So, for example, on your end, technology-wise, you're probably going to do military organization and also light infantry, because that's your cultural bonus.
Wait, say that again?
Military organization is always going to be important because that improves your number of retinue, and it also improves your supply in counties. The other one, light infantry, heavy infantry, cavalry, siege equipment. Get rid of siege equipment there. Sorry, that's not part of it. But those other three, light, heavy, and cavalry, are going to be. You're going to want to improve one of those based on what your cultural retinue is, because then you'll get bonuses for your levy from that. So you're probably long-term going to do military organization first in your military advances and technology, and your number 2 will be light infantry. Is the smartest way to go about it, because you might as well maximize the thing you're good at rather than trying to cover it up, if that makes sense. Whereas mine is light cavalry, so I'm going to do, I mean, the way you go about technological advances is that if you're at the same level as, for example, Constantinople, you're not going to get any technology spread. So the first thing you do is you go after the most important one, which for us is going to be military organization and construction and majesty. But then you have to have a second one that you're also kind of building up, because at some point you're going to get past Constantinople and you'll no longer get technology spread. For you, it'll be light infantry.
I thought technology spread was spread out from your base.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's spread to it.
Yep, that's right.
Interesting.
So, you might as well maximize the thing you're good at. It is what it boils down to.
Gotcha. Huh. Oh. The guy that I have in jail is represents 29% of my strength.
Yeah.
He does not like me.
The good news is he can't raise troops or be in a faction against you if he's in jail.
There's another guy who has a negative 15 opinion of me, who is 25% of my strength. He's a child. I'm going to see why he doesn't like me.
Probably because he's a child. He can't understand your mature viewpoints, Fred.
It's I have to say the way they've changed the short rating penalty. I don't know if it's based on the time period or if this was just an update with our last major update, but you know, like -45, and now I've been ruling for at least a few years, 4 years, soon to be 5, and the short range penalty is -30 still.
So the way it works is it doesn't matter how long you have reigned total. It's just over how long you've been their liege.
Really?
In tribal. Once it goes to feudal, that changes. So if you acquire a new county, they're going to have the maximum short reign penalty.
Gotcha.
Which is another reason why Majesty is important, especially early on, is that you're going to maximize that so that you have shorter penalties for that short reign.
So, I just raised some religious troops. So then I have to declare a
holy war.
Is that a conquest?
I would. All right, you can do it. I think.
Here's the question.
I don't think a conquest would work because they're probably going to be the same religion as you. I think it's got to be a holy war.
They're Suo-Menusko, and I'm Germanic. So.
Maybe. So I'm not 100% sure on that. So we'll see what happens. The other option would be, and it's kind of gamey, is you could just drop them. You could just.
I mean, there's literally no.
How many troops?
No option for. It's not quite 600, but I mean, like, I'm going around the world, and they will not let me declare war on Charlemagne.
I would just, honestly, this early in the game, I would click them and dismiss them.
Here's the thing: the subjugation. I get subjugations. What the heck? Wow, I can actually really dig into Saxony. I can take a large portion of Saxony.
And you should. And you should. Don't you feel like that's your rightful territory?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. I'm trying to see. But relatively quickly, maybe the Ring. No, you're the Ring, right? Yeah, you're the. Yeah. Your son. What's his name? Ragnar. Yeah, Ragnar's gonna be down there. It almost looks like he's got a congenital ring. He's got some serious, like, no sleep spots underneath his eyes. He's got some raccoon eyes.
This is really weird.
What do you got?
So I'm getting, apparently, oh, that's Germanic also. Apparently Slavic religion is also pagan.
That's my religion. And, I don't appreciate the fact that you obviously consider it not to be pagan. I feel like we're brothers, both in real life and also in this game.
Tengri also pagan. Man.
Well, I mean, I feel nothing towards the Tengri. I mean, let's be serious. Come on.
I'm just trying to find somebody I can declare a holy war on, and it doesn't seem to be possible.
I think your best option, I'm telling you, is just to dismiss them.
I'm just gonna try to. You know what? What do you think? Let me see what Saxony looks like. Saxony can only raise about half as much as me.
You do whatever you gotta do. Is there a revolt going on there right now? Anhalt? No,
there is north of them. I think it's actually Shaland.
Okay.
No, it's them. Okay. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I would probably. I mean, you do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm declaring on them. I just need to make sure that.
You went bold. You went very bold there, sir.
Military.
I appreciate what you're doing. I'm just sitting here. I'm sitting here doing nothing. Just waiting. Hoping that good things happen to me, and you're making them happen. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, the big issue is going to be when Charlemagne decides that he doesn't like this. When he decides that that's his land.
He's going to decide that at some point soon. Hold on. While you're doing that, I'll double check what's going on for Charlemagne. He is up, it is, 49% in favor of Desiderius. I have no idea if that's correct. But it doesn't look like Charlemagne can raise 3,500-ish troops. And the guy from Lombardy can raise 4,200. So, this may not happen.
Wow.
Historically, Charlemagne wins this war, I believe, and then he Does it? I'm not sure if you need Saxony or Bavaria. I think you may need one of the two, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. So we'll see.
Is that why you went Bohemia? Because it was not part of that area?
Yeah, no, it's just east of there. So it's kind of nice because you're like, he's going to focus on that area right there and you can kind of watch it unfold. And then if he forms the HRE, it's a way different playthrough than if he doesn't. It's kind of a fun area. You know, the big problem with where I am is that I'm not on the coast. So there's two schools of thought about it. And I shouldn't say there's two. There's more than two schools of thought on how to handle like your domain. I like having a roughly 4 or 5 county duchy, and in my capital county, I want to have a whole bunch of castles, and then I'll maybe.
Whoa! Hold on, I gotta pause. I just about walked into what could have been a very ugly battle.
Okay.
It looks like they just ended their revolt, so they already had troops up.
Mm-hmm.
They are about to have 3,800 troops. And I was about to run into their 3,800 with only 2,900, so I have to wait for other people to come around. I am not in a position to hire any mercenaries or to raise the other troops.
How many troops do you have? And how many do they have again? Sorry.
I have 2,900, but I have another 1,000 that are not mine. You know, that of my
vassals.
Other, not everyone says yes.
Oh, you're talking about your tribals, and yeah, no, you're talking about your allies. Your vassals.
Yeah. And I can call in allies though, and
do that. Do it. And pull back from this. I mean, pull back from him.
What? Oh, I pulled back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I called in. I don't even know why I'm friendly with this guy, but he's got another 1,200 troops, and he is in
like Flynn.
Akershus. There we go. Let's see what happens. They're up to 3,900 troops. We are losing troops. Oh, he's my father-in-law. There we go.
You're fighting?
Nope, we're not fighting. I have to wait right now for, oh, come on. If he makes me walk my troops up there just to walk his troops down, no, he finally decided to come. I was losing, it looked like I was losing troops because of the, my people were in a pagan land. Yep, I'm losing troops. Great. What the heck? Very soon I'm gonna have to go to start fight them. But I'll have 4,100 by the time that happens. Oh, my wife is pregnant again. Hold on. We got a master builder. This guy needs to hurry up. Oh, come on. This is going to be interesting. They're sending 2,300 troops at my 500.
Well, that's bad news, Bears.
I love getting pop-ups in the middle of, who do I want? Greedy? To get the national tax? I think I want this other. I think I want to be charitable instead. Alright, we got a battle.
Oh yeah, you want to be charitable. You seem like a charitable person. Although, I think you're going to get ruthless in this battle. That's my, third-party opinion.
Yeah, I gotta slow this down because I keep getting things firing.
No, hey, don't feel bad about that. I'm not doing anything. Feel free to...
I'm just informing you, but... Okay. Ooh, he just called somebody in. This is gonna be interesting. They have 2,200 troops. I have 2,900 in my main group. And the other people are still walking toward me. I've got another like 1,500 troops that are headed my direction for me, and they've got another 450 headed their direction for them. But things are looking good. I have flanks and they don't, which is also a nice touch.
Looking at my family relations, and unfortunately, my 10-year-old great-grandson is not progressing very well. Let's hope that changes relatively quickly.
Yeah, let me go check out my son. Oh,
Yeah, not going great on my end. I mean, I've got a lot.
my son is not impressive yet for someone who, in real life, was.
Well, he gets that strong trait. I mean, I think it's pretty real already, but
Yeah.
I'm 4 generations deep in terms of Nesamysl, which is my house, and not a lot of impressive people in this house. So hopefully we can pick it up here. You know, fingers are crossed. But not looking fantastic. Not looking great. Bad airs. Alright, what's going on with you?
Just running around fighting battles. Once this battle's done, I'm going to split my troop. I got 100%. And offered peace. Sent. What just happened? I didn't actually get any land. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
I'm Saxony. I have become Saxony.
That's interesting.
Like, that is the name of my country now. I am now Saxony.
I am seeing that as well.
What happened?
What could have possibly happened? Well, alright. So you're still the Ring. You became King of Saxony. we can do about a minute of reaction here, and then we should cut it off and start our next episode. But
I have no idea.
I
what
have
just
no
happened.
idea how that would work. Oh, I have one idea of how that could work.
It was a higher title.
It
than I
was a
just took,
higher
right?
title. You somehow took over the Kingdom of Saxony when you fought whomever you did.
I can raise 4,000 troops now. This is gonna become pretty darn interesting. Looking at Charlemagne, he can raise total 6,300, but at the moment only 912. So if we were ever gonna go after him, now would actually be a good time.
You thinking about it?
I don't know. That would be pretty crazy.
See if you can declare a war.
I don't know. I don't think I have a CB. I don't think I can actually declare on him. Like,
Why not?
there's no
I mean,
holy
can you
war.
not declare a holy war? Let me see.
There's no holy war CB. Like, anytime I look at anybody, there's just not. I can't.
Oh
I can
yeah, I
declare
can
war.
conquest them. So I mean, are you saying I should
I can
conquest
conquest
them?
them
Is that
also.
what you're saying? Are
Hold
you trying
on.
to pressure me?
I'm looking to see if I can.
Oh, I actually might do it.
I can conquest for individual provinces. I wish you could declare more than one. I've got a couple de jure claims also. I don't know. Is it worth it to attack Charlemagne?
I think not.
So is it possible to declare multiple wars on the same person at the same time? It's
Yes.
not.
No. Well, we can both declare war on him and take off different pieces at the same time. You can't declare multiple wars on him. However, for example, if you could declare a holy war, you could declare war on him and also another ruler of the same religion, knowing that they're both probably going to ally against you in that coming war, if that makes sense. So, like,
You're saying, but it would be like all Catholics would.
well, yeah, but that's only West Francia and Lombardy right now. I don't know if Bavaria. Hold on a second. Let me see Bavaria. Yeah, Bavaria too. So in Bavaria
Actually,
probably
yeah.
wouldn't do anything. So you'd probably just have West Francia and Lombardy. So you could do that, but here's the thing. Then you would have what are you hoping to accomplish? You would have territory.
Here's the thing.
Oh, you know what? I know. You can't do it until you reform the religion. At that point, you get holy war CBs.
How do I even do that?
You have to have, so when you click on your religion tab,
Yeah.
you have to have at least 3 of the 5 holy sites, I believe. And then it's top left. So like if you look at, it'll say the Norse faith for you. For me, it says the Slavic faith under the religion tab.
It actually says Germanic.
Okay, Germanic. Okay, so the left of
Oh,
that.
there's the reform button.
Left of that.
It says
yeah.
moral authority has to be at least 50%. I need piety of 750. I need a 3rd Germanic holy site.
Yep. Yeah. So you don't get holy war CBs until you reform your faith.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Yes, but
I've lost my subjugation of Sweden also because I'm no longer Sweden.
Oh, that's
So
interesting. I did
I've
not
lost that
consider
CV.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to sign off right away, because there was so much. I mean, this was such a huge change.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I did not see that coming at all. And
I took your advice, and again ended up looking
whoa,
good.
whoa! You really putting this on me? You really putting
No,
this on me?
no,
You
I thought
gotta be
this was a
kidding me.
good option. I knew this was a good option. I thought it would be interesting, but
All right, all
let me
right.
go see. Let me go check out this Bavaria place and see if I can declare war on. Nope, Bohemia I can't declare war on, unfortunately.
You know what I think we should do moving forward? Since we're not
What's
going to
that?
get a lot of the pronunciation of names right, even the ones
Yeah.
we know what they are, we should probably pronounce them incorrectly. So I'm going to say if you want to come down after
Bohemia.
Bavaria or Bavaria, come on down. Come on down. We'll see what happens. I'm just hanging out here in Bohemia.
I just can't believe I lost that CB.
All right, good news. So we're signing off now. Thank you for paying attention. This is more for us than you. I hope you enjoyed it though. But we'll come back here shortly because guess what? It's YouTube.